So here we have the Brooks Ghost Max, and it's a shoe that's been surprising me quite a bit from the experience that I've had with putting so many miles on it so far. And I'm going to be straight up honest with you, I've never been the biggest fan of running in Brooks shoes. And today, I'll be getting more into that in today's review. First off, let me start with, I love this color. I really like this color of this shoe. This shoe doesn't have like the craziest wow popping design, but it's just nice, and it goes with all my outfits pretty much, or just about all my outfits. You can wear it casually anywhere, and you know, it just doesn't say I'm in your face type of shoe. Even with the color, I do like the neon green or yellow color they have right here, even at the bottom of the shoe. I like it. I like it a lot. And you know, the color I think is called, let me look at it. It's gray, black, sharp green. So I mean, it gets straight to the point. So yeah, that's the first thing I wanted to say I like about the shoe. Now let's get to the upper. Now when it comes to the upper, it's just a simple, very simple engineered mesh, and it's breathable. For me, it's breathable, and it's not too thick, it's not too thin either. So I don't know, I just find it very comfortable to run in. It is pretty stretchy up there, so I mean, and that's, you know, after a few runs. And so you're definitely going to have a lot of room in a toe box. So any wide footers, definitely approved. When it comes to this, you're not gonna find your toes smashing up against the sidewalls, unless you just have like a 2x wide, something like that. And I don't know if they make the shoe in an extra wide. I don't know, maybe not yet. But besides that, I mean, you should have room in the shoe. And then you got, you know, a ton of padding around the ankle collar and the heel. Well, let me take that back. Not a ton, but just enough of padding. And then when it comes to the tongue, it's not gusseted. I don't know if you can see that here. It's not gusseted at all, but it's actually pretty comfortable. It's soft. It's really soft. You know, really soft padding around here, and it doesn't move. It just stays in one place. It doesn't bother you at all, and it just keeps your foot locked in. The only thing I kind of had a problem with, and maybe it's just me, when I'm running down hills and I'm turning a corner, sometimes it can be just, I won't even slow down, I'll just keep going pretty fast around the corner. So it just feels like the upper is stretching a little bit too much and is going one direction while the sole is going another direction. And maybe that's just me, maybe I just need to slow down. But besides that, the upper is just comfortable, it's simple, there's nothing crazy special about it. And you know, I'm pretty sure it's durable, so it's not gonna be ripping anytime soon, or you have your toe coming out the top of it. But besides that, yeah, that's just pretty, that's it of the upper. And then we got the midsole. It's got a 33 millimeter in the heel, 33 millimeter in the forefoot with a 6 millimeter drop, and a huge slab of the DNA Loft V2 foam. Now I found myself a big fan of this foam. This foam has been very comfortable to me. It's not too firm and it's not too soft either. It's just right in the middle, and it's very comfortable. Now you do have a little bit of a rocker here, if you can see that, and they call it the glide geometry roll. If I got that right, I hope I got that right. And yeah, it does help, especially when you're having that smooth transition from your heel to your toes, with a little bit of stability elements to it too. So it's definitely wide down here, so that way whenever you're running, you don't have to worry about just rolling your ankle and just having a hard time with this shoe staying balanced. And then you got some sidewalls here at the heel. Also, it goes all the way to the front too. So what is more back here, keeping your foot, you know, tucked into the shoe. It's more like a race bucket seat in sports cars. So it keeps you tucked away in there, and you just stay balanced with this shoe. The sole is just really great at soaking up the impact when running, especially if you're doing long distance miles. You can easily do that in the shoe, because I've done it quite a bit in the shoe, and mainly with the shoe. I just want to do 13 miles all the time with the shoe anyways. But yeah, the midsole, really great when it comes to just making sure it keeps you comfortable. So the weight with the Brooks Ghost Max, in my size, 10.5, it's about 10.8 ounces and 305 grams. Now for a daily trainer, that is a little bit on the heavy side, but at the same time, I don't mind. When you're running, that it kind of hides that weight. It actually doesn't feel that heavy. Well, not to me. It feels lighter than what it is, and I don't mind it at all, because I mean, I'm not looking for this shoe to be the fastest shoe anyways. Now, when it comes to the experience of running in the Brooks Ghost Max, I want to get back to the point that I said at the beginning of the video, which was me not being the biggest fan of running in Brooks. I've ran in many different models of the Brooks shoes, and I've never been the biggest fan, mainly because they never gave me anything. I never felt excited to run those shoes. I never had that much fun running in Brooks shoes in general. I just picked them up, tried them out, and I just felt like, okay, it's a good shoe. It's not really bad. They're very comfortable, but I always also found them very heavy. I would say the only shoe I kept, and that is the Glycerin 20s Stealth Fit. I actually really love these shoes. Now, not for running. I do. I did start running in the shoe, but the problem is over time they just felt heavy the longer I got in the run, and it didn't really give me much. It was comfortable, yes, but I just didn't feel much in the shoe as far as being excited to run in the shoe. It ended up being my daily walker, so I just like walking around in the shoe all the time. So far, when it came to the Brooks Ghost Max, I feel like it changed my mind a bit about Brooks shoes, or maybe just this shoe, and hoping that the more Brooks model continue to come out like this, because I did have a little bit of fun in this shoe. I did want to run in the shoe, and I kept picking up the shoe to do more and more miles in them. That this shoe has, I think, over 30 miles so far, and I plan to put more on this, and that's the most I ever put on a Brooks shoe. Usually after like 6 or 7 miles with Brooks shoes, I'm like, nah, I want to put them away. I'm not really having that much fun in it. I never really liked the look of all Brooks shoes. I actually like the look of this one. So I think I've mentioned that already. But definitely my experience so far as, you know, working with Brooks shoes, this is my favorite. Even when I was running the longer miles, yes, it's a max cushion shoe, and you can really, it could really just stay with you, help you keep your pace when you're on the run. I did feel like I can actually pick up the pace in the shoe, and I was able to do it, but I feel like it also slowed me down just as fast, and I'm okay with that because it just helped control me. I'm the type of person that I love to run fast, so when I have a lightweight shoe, I just want to just keep going. But with this shoe, it does help keep me in control. The grip is there; it's there. I didn't have to worry about slipping at all. In the area where I live, there's a lot of sand. There's a couple bits of areas that have tarmac that does get wet consistently, and I didn't feel like I was gonna slip. I just kept going, and I just knew I had the confidence to have the grip to keep turn those corners like I wanted to without worrying about any slip. Going up and down hills with this shoe also very easy. It didn't feel like the shoe sucked going up hills, and it didn't feel like the shoe sucked going down hills. It's a shoe I highly recommend to so many people because it's a shoe that can kind of almost do it all. If you want to do your half marathons, you can do a full marathon in this. I wouldn't say like if you're trying to get your PRs, because you're definitely not going to get in this shoe. This is not your race day shoe at all. It is not going to be your fast shoe, but it's going to be a shoe that helps you get through it completely. And I like knowing that. And it's a Brooks shoe. To me, it's a big thing. It's a really big thing being excited to tell someone that I really like a shoe from Brooks and I like running. I've heard about this. These shoes get way past 300 miles without breaking a sweat. And it does have a few competitors that I would say that can compete with this shoe, or this shoe just stays within line with. You got the Asics Nimbus 25, or maybe, let me say the whole thing, the Asics Gel Nimbus 25. You got the New Balance 1080 V13 Cloud On Eclipse, which I'll be getting to next. Please like and subscribe. It helps the channel out a lot. I'm really trying to, build a bigger community. So hopefully with you guys' help, I can do that. And of course, you can catch me on the other social media platforms such as Instagram, Threads, Strava, and even TikTok. Run with CT across the board. Pretty easy to find me. Thanks again for watching. Hope to see you guys in the next one. Peace.